So, Utpal, if you could give us a little bit about your background and what keeps you up at night about this changing distribution landscape.
Sure. So my name is Utpal Kaul. I'm with Carlson Wagonlit Travel, and my role there is to lead new product incubation. We're a part of the innovation and strategy team, and what that simply means is we look at new technologies, mostly third-party, that could potentially change the way travel is consumed, or anything that can add significant value to either CWT by creating a new revenue stream or add value to our clients. So keep in mind, we are a completely B2B platform. Our customers are corporations. So our core business is to keep the corporation, the clients, travel policy compliant, and travel is a big spend actually at all of these corporations. So that's what we do. In my previous life, I used to be with Expedia. I used to run the lodging vertical for Western US with the P&L responsibility. I dabbled a little bit in startups. I worked for a company called Nor1 Technologies. They're into predictive analytics. They power personalization for brands like Hilton, Hyatt, Accor, Kempinski. They're pretty global, and I used to run their distribution partnerships and operations. And then I had a startup for a little while, actually a couple, and now I'm with CWT.
Okay.
So the second part of your question was what keeps me up at night. Actually, I'm very fortunate, Susan, with the job I have right now. So I get a very early look at startups right from the time you have like 2 men and a cube with a PowerPoint all the way till they scale. Some of the things that are promising right now is there is a lot of interest in a technology called blockchain. Everyone is talking about it, and there is a word in the innovation circles as well as in the venture capital community that this is like Web 2.0. I know Microsoft has built a product around that, and they're heavily focused on travel. They work on the WebJet, I believe. Oracle is getting into it, and there's a whole host of startups that are essentially trying to disintermediate the global distribution systems. And Amadeus actually itself is aware of it. If they can do it, it's anybody's guess, but I'm personally very curious to see how this whole thing pans out.
So we're going to just riffing off what Dell did this morning, blockchain. We'll have to do a little clap or an imaginary chug on that one. So blockchain, because we were talking about this before, how close is this? Because you are taking a look at so many things that could be disruptive to the landscape. Is this something that we should really be taking a look at? This morning, Todd from Priceline said, yeah, we have to look at the rear view mirror. Things are closer than they may appear, but it's not something that he's really, really focused on right now. So where does this fit in the ecosystem?
Yeah, I think I'm nearly not as farsighted as Todd, certainly. But the way it's creeping in is function by function. And there is actually a lot of both organizations as well as startups that are trying to hack away at functions like channel management. One of the big pain points or issues of reconciliation is when you distribute your inventory on OTAs, and if you're not a Marriott or a Starwood or an Accor, you have to rely on extranets or third-party channel managers, and there is a reconciliation issue, and the stats are something like a 1 in 25 transaction, which is like 4% in this chain. Someone doesn't get paid or there's a breakage. So when you look at 4% of a $10 trillion industry, the numbers are staggering. So function by function, this is going to creep in. Is it going to happen tomorrow suddenly that everything will be blockchain? I don't think that's going to happen. It needs enormous resources. Only corporations can do that. But 10 years from now, do we see a significant amount of those functions on blockchain? I do believe yes. And actually, I was talking to a colleague, an erstwhile colleague from Expedia, Sylvie. She's here. She's with IATA, and she was actually telling me they're working on blockchain as well for something.